Right before the college entrance exam, I ran into a homeless man. His eyes were bloodshot. His voice trembled. He said, "I am you from 20 years in the future." I just rolled my eyes. Psycho. Me from 20 years in the future? Bullshit. Hear me out. He grabbed my sleeve tightly. The college entrance exam is in 7 days. You are going to be caught red-handed helping Lubo cheat. Your exam results will be voided. Lubo? He's my bro. We grew up together. Lubo will fake fainting during the science comprehensive exam and ask you to copy the answers for him. The invigilators will rush in and catch both of you red-handed. This incident ruined your entire life. Are you crazy? Lubo might not be a great student, but I'd never pull a cheating stunt like that. Besides, I'm not an idiot. Why would I joke about my own future? When he saw that I didn't believe him, the homeless man pulled a crumpled exam admission ticket from his coat. What was even more bizarre was the ink stain in the bottom right corner. It was the exact same stain I had accidentally made yesterday. I froze. His body started to fade. I didn't have much time left. Remember this. Do not trust Liu Bo. He's already been bought off. Bought off by who? Why? Because your exam score is going to break the record for top scholar. Someone doesn't want to see that happen. And one more thing. Go buy a lottery ticket after the exam. The numbers are… what were they? Before he could finish his sentence, he vanished completely. Only the admission ticket in my hand proved that what had just happened wasn't a hallucination. My phone rang. Where are you? Want to grab some skewers? Normally, I'd be up for this in a heartbeat, but not right now. I still need to study. The other end of the line went quiet for a moment. Why do you keep turning me down lately? Are you hiding something from me? No. I just want to focus on studying. All right then. Good luck on the exam. I hung up. My heart was restless. Liu Bo's tone sounded completely normal. But why would the me from 20 years in the future go out of his way to warn me? Xiao Yun, you're home. How was studying today? It was all right. We are not trying to pressure you, son. Just do your best. I looked at their faces, full of hope, yet afraid of putting too much pressure on me. My heart suddenly felt pierced. If I were really disqualified for cheating, how disappointed would they be? I sat at my desk. The physics mock test was spread out in front of me, but I couldn't absorb a single word. My phone buzzed again. It was my homeroom teacher, Mr. Ren. Zhu Moyun. Come to my office tomorrow. I have some good news. What good news? It's a secret. You'll find out tomorrow. I hung up. I felt even more uneasy. At a time this sensitive, what kind of good news could there possibly be? Zhu Moyun, you're here. Have a seat. Mr. Ren pushed up his glasses. Based on your overall performance over the past 3 years, the school has decided to recommend you for Tsinghua University's early admissions interview. Tsinghua University. I had definitely dreamed of it, but I never expected the opportunity to come so suddenly. However, there is one mandatory condition. Your college entrance exam score must be over 680. Thank you, Mr. Ren. I'll do my absolute best. Congratulations. Our top scholar got early admission to Tsinghua. How did you know? The whole grade only recommended 3 people. It isn't exactly a secret, but the pressure must be huge, right? What if you fail the exam? I won't, Jumoyun. We've been bros for years. If you run into trouble, you have to tell me. I nodded, but my mind was somewhere else entirely. Who exactly is trying to screw me over? During the mock exam that afternoon, I deliberately chose a seat as far away from Liu Bo as possible. Halfway through, Liu Bo suddenly raised his hand. Teacher, my stomach hurts. Try to hold it in. There are only 10 minutes left. I can't hold it anymore. I must have eaten something bad for lunch. As he stood up, he deliberately bumped into my desk. A piece of paper fell to the floor. I stared at it coldly and didn't move an inch. Liu Bo paused for a moment. Then he bent down to pick up the paper and hurried out of the classroom. After the exam, he blocked my path in the hallway. That piece of paper earlier? What piece of paper? He forced a smile. Never mind. Oh, right. Tonight, Yang Siwei and the others are going out for karaoke. It was our last get-together. Yang Siwei was the class arts representative. She was also the girl I had a secret crush on for 2 years. You guys go ahead. I'm not going. Jumoyun, you've been acting really weird lately. Weren't you always the most excited about these things? Besides, Yang Siwei specifically told me to invite you. I felt a stir of emotion, but I still turned him down. That night, I stayed alone in the classroom to do practice tests. My phone lit up. A text from Yang Siwei. Are you really not coming? There are some things I have to say today. If I don't, I might never get the chance. I stared at the screen for a long time. I didn't know what to say. While I was hesitating over how to reply, the classroom lights suddenly went out. A man stepped out of the shadows. You did well. Lubo's little tricks. You dodged them all, but it's not over yet. What exactly is going on? Why does Lubo want to screw me over? It's not that he wants to screw you over. He's just being used as a pawn. Lubo's dad borrowed money from loan sharks. They gave him a condition. As long as Lubo makes you fail the college entrance exam, the debt will be wiped clean. The creditor's son is also taking the exam this year. His grades have always been crushed by yours. If they can eliminate you from the competition, the title of top scholar will belong to his son. Then what should I do? Endure it. Don't show him any weakness. I don't have much time left. I need to tell you a few more things. On the day of the exam, besides Liu Bo, there is someone else you need to watch out for. Who? Chin Bo, the invigilator in your exam room. He took their money. When the time comes, he'll deliberately create an opportunity for Liu Bo. During the science competition, Liu Bo wasn't faking it. He's really going to faint. They spiked his breakfast. That's ruthless. The money is already in their pockets. People will do anything wicked for a price. Back then, I was too soft-hearted. When I saw him collapse, I panicked. That's how I fell into their trap. And one more thing. Yang Sui is asking you out tonight. She really does have something to say. If you don't go this time, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. She's about to go abroad. Tonight is the night she planned to confess her feelings to you. It took me 17 years to realize this. After saying that, he vanished again. I looked down at the time on my phone. My heart skipped a beat. Si Wei wants to confess to me. Youth only comes once. Some regrets can never be made up for. Weren't you going to KTV? I was waiting for you because tomorrow I'm flying to America. My dad's job over there is settled. The whole family is moving. Why didn't you tell me sooner? I was afraid it would affect your exam prep. Jumo Yun, I like you. I've liked you since grade school. Every time I watched you play basketball or saw how focused you were while solving problems, I always thought the same thing. How can this guy be so handsome? Yang Sui, I've liked you for a long time too. I'm sorry. Telling you all this now is only causing you more trouble. Thank you for telling me. Wait for me to finish the exam. I'll see you off at the airport. You don't have to. I'm afraid that if you do, I really won't be able to bear leaving. Do your best to get into Tsinghua University. I'll come find you in America someday. I'll be waiting. After I got home, a text from Liu Bo popped up on my phone. Bro, where are you? The party's over. I'll come find you tomorrow so we can talk. There are some things we need to clear up face to face. I didn't reply. From today on, the word brother is dead to me. Jumo Yun, let's find somewhere to talk. I have nothing to say to you. It's about the college entrance exam. I might do something that wrongs you. Like what? They said my dad owes money. As long as I fail your exam, the debt will be cleared. So, what are you going to do? I don't know. Jumo Yun, I really don't want to hurt you, but my dad. How much does your dad owe? 300,000? Lubo, have you ever thought about it? If my results are really voided for cheating, my whole life is over. I treated you like a brother, and you want to destroy my future? From today on, we are completely done. Moyun, I heard you've been under a lot of pressure lately. Try to adjust your mindset. If you're struggling with anything, just share it with me. Mr. Ren, has the invigilator list for the exam been finalized? It's basically done. Is something wrong? No, it's nothing. I was just asking. I heard Mr. Chinbo is invigilating room 12 this time. That's the room for the science comprehensive exam, right? I really hope he invigilates my room. He's usually such a great teacher. Room 12 was exactly where I had been assigned. It seemed everything my future self said was true. It looks like Mr. Chinbo is targeting me too. Jumoyan. There are only a few days left. If you have any questions about physics, just come ask me. Do well on the exam. I have high expectations for you. Still putting on an act? I already knew their tricks. After the science competition begins, Liu Bo will fake a fainting spell on the spot. Shinbo will use the chaos to help Liu Bo get close to me. Then they'll turn on me and pin the cheating on me. The plan was perfect. But what they didn't expect was that I had already seen through their game. Moyun, are you still studying? Don't stay up too late. Make sure you get enough sleep, Mom. What if something unexpected happens during the exam? Like what? Like being framed for cheating. Boy, what are you thinking about? I know better than anyone what kind of person you are. Even if the whole world doesn't believe you, I always will. I nodded slightly. With my parents' expectations on my shoulders, I absolutely could not let them down. The next day, the school held the final mock exam. I paid special attention to the seating chart. Sure enough, Lubo and I were seated right in front of each other. A coincidence? I don't buy it. Before the exam started, Lubo turned back to look at me. His eyes held emotions that were hard to put into words. Halfway through the exam, Lubo suddenly raised his hand. Teacher, can I switch to a different pen? He deliberately dropped his pen on the floor, and it rolled right next to my foot. I didn't even glance at it. I kicked the pen far away. Lubo's expression changed instantly. He bent down, picked up the pen, and quickly returned to his seat. After the exam, he came to find me again. Moyun, I replied with just one word. Whatever he was about to say got stuck in his throat. Right before the college entrance exam, the school gave us time off for self-study. The dining table at home looked like a New Year's Eve feast. It was covered in dishes. My parents sat across from me, watching me. Their chopsticks hovered in the air without moving. Tomorrow, I'll drive you to the exam. No, it's fine. I can go by myself. Absolutely not. On such an important day, I have to go with you. I knew I couldn't refuse, so I nodded. At 9 o'clock that night, I lay in bed, tossing and turning. I closed my eyes, then opened them again. I just couldn't fall asleep. My phone screen lit up. Jumoyun, good luck on the exam tomorrow. I typed a short reply. Wait for me. Then I placed my phone face down on the pillow and closed my eyes. For myself, for my parents, for Yang Sui. In tomorrow's battle, I would give it everything I had. You've really changed a lot. So have you. The past has been rewritten. The future will change with it. But for tomorrow's exam, you still need nerves of steel. I know. You don't know. His voice dropped. They still had one more trick. What trick? Lubo fainting during the exam is only the first step. The real shock comes after that. Chinbo will use the chaos to slip a phone into your desk. The phone already has the answers for the science competition saved on it. It's a vicious move. Even if you don't touch Lubo, they can still pour this dirty water all over you. Then what should I do? It's simple. The first thing you do when you enter the exam room is check your desk and chair thoroughly. Check everything carefully, inside and out, from top to bottom. If you notice anything unusual, raise your hand and report it immediately. Anything else? There was one more thing. He handed me a sealed envelope. This is evidence against the mastermind behind the scenes. After the exam is over, hand it over to the police station. How did you get this? 17 years was enough time for me to investigate everything. Oh, right. For the last question on the comprehensive exam, choose C. After saying that, he vanished again. At 6 a.m., the moment my alarm rang, I shot out of bed. Mom had already made breakfast. I sat down and ate every bite seriously. Absolutely nothing could go wrong with breakfast today. Dad drove me to the gates of the testing center. I spotted Liu Bo at a glance. The moment he saw me, his feet shifted slightly, as if he wanted to run over and talk. But in the end, he stayed rooted to the spot. At exactly 8 a.m., the school gates opened. I took a deep breath and walked inside. After finding my candidate number, I didn't rush to sit down. I bent down and checked everything carefully. I inspected the desk drawer, the desk legs, the chair, and every gap. I turned over every nook and cranny. Hey, student, what are you doing? Just checking my desk to see if there's anything here that shouldn't be. It's good to be careful. Teacher, there's a phone in my desk drawer. It was stuffed into the gap. It isn't mine. Maybe a student from the previous session left it behind. What does this mean? Why is this phone full of exam answers? Quiet. This is a very serious matter. I must report this to the exam committee immediately. At report desk number 3, row 4. A mobile phone has been found. Copy that. Check the surveillance cameras. It seems the cameras are malfunctioning. You'll have to move to the main exam hall. All right. This exam room is temporarily suspended. All candidates will transfer to the backup exam room. There were new invigilators and new seats. Liu Bo was placed all the way at the front of the classroom, far away from me. I glanced at him from a distance. He kept his head down and didn't even dare raise his eyes. The literature exam papers were handed out. The essay prompt was just 2 words. Choices. Life is shaped by the choices people make. Some choices seem small, but they can send a person down a completely different path. I heard something happened in your exam room. It was just a minor incident. It didn't affect the exam. I didn't go into detail because I didn't want them to worry. During the math exam that afternoon, everything went normally. Mo Yun, I heard about what happened this morning. You weren't affected, were you? No, I wasn't, Mr. Ren. The evening news was reporting on the foiled cheating attempt in the exam room earlier that day. My phone suddenly lit up. Lubo had sent just 2 words. I'm sorry. I didn't reply. If apologies worked, we wouldn't need the police. On the second day, the science comprehensive exam began. The invigilators were all unfamiliar faces. About an hour into the exam, Lubo suddenly jumped up from his seat. Teacher, I need to use the restroom. As I watched him coldly, I knew exactly what was going on. If we were still in the old exam room, and if Chinbo were still standing at the podium, he would have definitely used the chaos to tamper with my desk by now. I flipped their chessboard a long time ago. Thinking back to what my future self had mentioned, I deliberately glanced at the final major question. Sure enough, C was the correct answer. Even though I could have solved it myself, getting a heads up didn't hurt. How was the exam? I did all right. That's good. What did you guys put for the last physics question? B. What about you? I chose C. No way. Oh, right. I heard Liu Ba was hospitalized. What happened? Apparently, it was food poisoning. That's rough. He didn't even finish the literature exam. I calmly took a sip of my tea. After all the exams were over, I took that envelope to the police station. I had done everything I needed to do. As for the rest, I would let the law handle it. The shocking news exploded across the headlines. A tycoon determined to make his son the top scorer was among those arrested shortly after. The results of the college entrance exams were announced. Finally, the day had come. Son, you're amazing. Now I can finally get a good night's sleep. I smiled and accepted their congratulations, but my mind was on someone across the ocean. I got into Tsinghua University. That's amazing. Next time, wait for me. I'll come find you in 4 years. I'll be waiting. I was in my room packing when my phone buzzed. It was Jumiyun. Congratulations on getting into Tsinghua, he said. Am repeating the year. I'll take the exam again next year. Even if you'll probably never forgive me, I still want to say I'm sorry and thank you. Good luck. I deleted his contact information. Then I set off on my journey to Tsinghua University. At 18, the sky was vast and limitless. My life was just beginning. College life was busier than I expected. The workload for a chemistry major was no joke, but I enjoyed it. How was your day? It was fine. And yours? Fine too. I miss you so much. Wei, I have some good news to tell you. I'm going to America. What? You're coming too? It's true. Next September. Wait for me. I will. Your judgment back then was right. The right time and the right person. You kids are our pride and joy. In the end, I chose to work for an AI company. When I was 30, the company went public. As an early employee, the shares I held turned into a handsome profit. 2 years later, my daughter was born. We finally didn't have to be long distance anymore. What are you thinking about? I was just thinking about how lucky we are. Yeah, we really were lucky. 7 years later, as a founder, I attended an investment signing ceremony. Then a familiar face among the investors' representatives caught my eye. Liu Ba, long time no see. Yeah, it's been a long time. Now that I'm successful, and when I look at my bright, clever daughter, I sometimes think back to that night that changed my entire life. If one day she finds herself at a crossroads, I will tell her to choose the path she believes is right. Then she should keep moving forward without looking back. She must not let anyone else take the wheel because she only gets one life and there is no going back. That day, we received an anonymous letter at home. I opened it. It was from Liu Ba and Jumu Yun. It has been 22 years. I finally found the courage to write this letter. I am not asking for your forgiveness. Some things have weighed on my heart for too long, and I needed to let them out. That year, during the college entrance exams, I almost ruined you. I almost ruined myself too. Over the years, I've thought about it a lot. If I had chosen our brotherhood back then, instead of that dirty money, what would things be like now? Maybe we'd still be best friends. Maybe I would have gotten into a decent university. Maybe the past few decades of my life would have been completely different. But there are no maybes. I was the one who chose the wrong path, and I had to bear the consequences. I've worked myself to the bone all these years, not to atone for my sins, but just to prove to myself that this Liu Ba isn't useless. The money I invested in your company had nothing to do with profit. I just wanted to contribute something to the field of education. If we'd had slightly better educational resources back then, maybe my dad wouldn't have been pushed into a corner. Jumoyun, thank you for not beating me to a pulp back then. And thank you for being a guiding light for me all these years. After reading the letter from an old friend, I stayed silent for a long time. After thinking for a while, I picked up my phone and texted Luba back. They were just two simple words. But I knew the knot that had been tied for over 30 years was finally undone. Happy birthday, Dad. Thank you, sweetie. Dad, what was your dream when you were little? It was all to get into a good university. So, did you achieve it? I did. Then my dream is to get into Tsinghua too and become as smart as you. I believe in you. You can definitely do it. Time flies. In the blink of an eye, my daughter was a senior in high school. Her grades were always steady. She stayed at the top of her class. But a month before the college entrance exam, she suddenly came to me. Dad, I'm really worried. What's wrong? What if I fail the exam? What if I don't get the score you're hoping for? Do you know what happened to me during my college entrance exam? For the first time, I told her the whole story from beginning to end. Of course, I left out the part about time travel. Let me tell you something. The secret to winning in the end isn't about feeling no fear at all. It's about being afraid and still taking that step forward. Stop worrying about her. She's our daughter. I'm not worried. I suddenly feel like time flies so fast. It really does. It has already been over 20 years. Do you have any regrets? Regret what? Being with me? The one thing I'll never regret in my life is running to you that night and telling you how I felt. Mom, Dad, I think I did pretty well on the test. Is that so? In life, what truly matters usually isn't the grand goals we always talk about. It's the time we waste with the people by our side that matters. 3 days later, the college entrance exam was over. A month later, the scores were released. 688 points, top 20 in the entire city. Even though it wasn't as high as my rank back then, it was still an incredibly impressive score. Dad, I'm sorry. I couldn't beat you. You silly girl. You surpassed me a long time ago. You got there through your own hard work. No one pulled strings for you. Dad, you're talking strangely. I just smiled. What truly matters is that, back then, I seized the opportunity and chose my own path. And now, it's time for the next generation to write their own story. When I turned 50, I made an important decision. I sold all my shares in the company and established an education fund. Why did you suddenly decide to do this? Because I know that just one opportunity is enough to completely change a person's life. The fund's first project was to build a library in my hometown. For today's opening ceremony, I sent a special invitation to Lubai. He came with his wife and son. Thank you for still thinking of me. More than 30 years ago, during the most important exam of my life, I almost stumbled and fell. It wasn't because I didn't work hard enough. It was because someone wanted to take a shortcut. Building this library today is meant to send a message to the younger generation. Knowledge can change your life, but not if you're always looking for shortcuts or harboring malicious thoughts. In the end, the only person you'll hurt is yourself. Thunderous applause erupted from the audience below. I saw Liu Bai. His eyes were red and filling with tears. How have you been all these years? I've been okay. Zhu Moyun, there's something I've always wanted to ask you. About the college entrance exam back then, how did you know everything in advance? Just a hunch. It was all just a hunch. That's right, just a hunch. It told me I had to stay on high alert. If there is a next life, I would still want to be your brother. We don't have to wait for the next life. We're brothers right now. He paused for a moment, then gripped my hand tightly. That handshake closed the chapter on more than 30 years of feelings. Long time no see. Yeah, it's been too long. Looks like you're doing pretty well now. It's all thanks to you. It wasn't because of me. It was because of the choice that was made. I just gave you a little wake-up call. A wake-up call that completely changed my life. Sometimes, all it takes is one decision. One turning point can send your entire journey in a completely different direction. So, you're here again. What are you here to warn me about this time? No. This time, I've come to say goodbye. Goodbye? You don't need me anymore. You've lived this life brilliantly, and every decision you've made has been the right one. No, I should be the one thanking you. Seeing you live so well makes my 18-year-old self feel that this journey was not in vain. But if you could go back to the beginning, would you still choose to keep that secret from me? Of course, because seeing you happy is my greatest happiness. It turns out the greatest luck isn't knowing the future. It's having the courage to change the present. You're still not home? The guys are waiting for you for a late-night snack. Stepping out of the library, I looked up at a sky full of glittering stars. Even at 50, it still took my breath away. I am still full of hope for tomorrow because I know the best time is always now. That is all for this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and a comment.